Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn program on the concept of polymorphism. Now, as we all know, polymorphism means method overloading or operator overloading. There are two types of polymorphisms: method overloading and operator overloading. This means method overloading. The program which we are going to do today means that there are same name of method. There are same name of so many methods, but their definition is different. So Java allows same name of method to be used for so many methods. Here in the program of class println, you can see I have made on the screen, you can see that I have made three methods with the same name. Name is println. Now in the first println, this method is without a parameter. You can see it's a method that no parameter is passed here. The second method with the same name println, but it is having a single parameter. So you can see a single parameter integer n. N is a variable which is passed inside the function println. And in the third method, you can see there are two parameters. Two variables are passed here. First is a character, then an integer n. So two variables ch and n are passed inside this function. So this makes the three functions different because all the three functions have different types of parameters. First one is no parameter, second one is one parameter, and third one is two parameters. Now we'll see our program will run with second class. Here you can see there is no main class, so our program is not going to run here. It's end of println class. Now we have another class called public class polydemo. In this polydemo, you have a main function. As we all know, main is this is the sentence, this is the function's name, this is the main function after which our program execution starts. So this is the first line of the program that is going to be executed. Here, println is the name of the class which we have created above. We can also create an object and call this method. We all know we call all the data and method by the object. With the help of an object we call it. But here I have directly written the class name. We can also identify it like this. Class name dot println says that this class contains this method. So this is the first line that is going to be run in this program. First, to run it, we'll first compile and see whether our program has any error or not. So tools, compile, you can also use Ctrl 7. Here in the right side, you can see javac polydemo.java. It is showing as exit code 0. So it shows that there is no error during compilation. Now our program's bytecode has been prepared. So we'll see in the folder the program's bytecode has been made or not. We'll select all files. Yes, you can see our polydemo.class file is created. This file is called the bytecode file of my source file. Java is my source file, and after compilation I have got a same name and with extension .class file, that is a bytecode file. Without any error I have run my program. Now when my first line is called println, and here I can see this method is having no parameters. There is a comment also written here, method without parameters, as /, you know it's a comment. So when I call this method, my interpreter's cursor goes here, then the program is now further run. How it is run? I have got a for loop for it where I am taking an integer I which is moving having its value from 0 less than 40. So 0 to 39 I am incrementing the operator, this variable incremented by +1. So first time it's 0 till 39 it will be execute, and I can see on the screen is equal to for 40 times. 0 to 39, that is 40 times. Here you can see I have used print function and another function of showing the output. Here as I have used print function, it's not print ln. So this is equal to is shown in a single line. So in the output we can see the is equal to displayed in a single line, and after this loop executes, before this print line completes, I have also written one line of print line so that my cursor moves to the next line and the new output comes on a new line. We'll run the program and see how the first line is executed. All of the program would be executed, then we will understand the program. Tools, build or F5 we can use to run the program. Here you can see my Java interpreter has run the program polydemo with an exit code 0 because there is no error here when running the program also. In the first line you can see here there are 39 is equal to, all in a single line because I have used a print function, and after that I have moved the cursor to next line using a print ln. Okay, now I am going to second line of my main program. Here I am again calling the class printline dot printline 30. Here I am passing one parameter that shows I have to select a method that is taking one parameter, that also an integer, because 30 as a value you can it's a whole number, so it is an integer data type. So it is reflected here, n gets the value 30. Now this n is replaced here, so my for loop is now running from 0 to I less than 30. So from 0 to 29 my loop is executed. So from 0 to 29 range my what I am going to do, I am going to print an hashtag. This again is in a print function, so the hashtag would be printed in a single line, and 0 to 29 means this hashtag would be printed 30 times. So you can see here that my hashtag is printed on the screen for 30 times. Then again a print line that takes my cursor to the new line. Again moving on to main, I am seeing that again I am calling the class printline and dot printline method where I am passing two parameters, plus and 20. Now here the plus is given in a single quote, which means plus is a char data type, character data type variable, and 20 I can see it's a whole number which is an integer data type. So above in my printline class I can find out that method which first parameter is char ch. So ch gets the value plus, and 20, when 20 is called, n gets a value 20. You can see here the comment given method with two parameters. Now again a for loop is executed where I is equal to 0 and n is replaced by 20. Here I have got the n's value as 20. So my loop would be executed from 0 to I less than 20, that is I less than 20 means 19. So 0 to 19 I get the range of 0 to 19 means I am going to use this loop for 20 times. 20 times I am going to print ch. Ch means a character, and that character is plus. Here also you have seen when it's a character you are writing it in a single quote. Here I already written it in a single quote which is assigned to ch, and here that ch is going to be printed, and that is plus. After 20 times printing the ch, that is plus, I am going to my new line. So again you are moving to the output, you can see my plus is printed 20 times. This is how I am using method overloading, that is this concept known as polymorphism, to use the same name of the function. 3 times I have used the same name print line in my class print line. The class name is print line, and where I have used the same name of the function 3 times, but the 3 are different because their parameters that they are accepting is different. Okay. And again, one more thing I want to remind you, that we have 2 classes, but the name of my program would be the class that has my public static void main function. Okay, there can be many classes in one single program, but there can be main function in only one class, and that main class is going to call remaining other classes. Like here, polydemo was my main class, that is calling my another class named print line.